Much to the surprise of several people on the street in downtown Erie, an underground explosion took place around the noon hour. The tremendous force of the blast blew a 200-pound manhole cover right off the ground in front of the Marquette Saving Association and left the facades of several buildings on the block completely shattered.
We got a call that there was an explosion in front of Marquette building alone here on P Street. We got down here, the manhole cover was blown off. Flames were coming out of the manhole. Windows are blown out of about 6 or 7 storefronts on the west side of P Street. Worst seemed to be around Marquette. We were getting a lot of smoke in the building, so we had to check them all out to make sure there's no fire. Follows the conduit right into the basement of the stores.
No cause was readily apparent as to why the explosion did occur, but for some 20 minutes later, several small explosions continued.
Chief, what would cause something like this to happen?
Well, I would assume the water getting down in the Penelec conduit system and shorting out. That's the only thing I know. We're still waiting for Penelec to get here and cut the power before we can do anything.
Thick black smoke billowed from beneath the ground until Penelec crews arrived on the scene to determine what happened. It was later learned that a secondary line feeding the downtown area failed, causing a fire in the system. At about 1 p.m., Penelec shut off power to 3,500 customers in the downtown area from the Lake to 18th Street and Holland to Sassafras. Meantime, the Erie Hilton Hotel, also without power, had 2 employees trapped in a second-floor service elevator. After using crowbars to pry apart the steel doors, firemen finally resorted to a collapsible attic ladder to bring Loretta Fiore and Sally Malinowski to safety almost an hour later. And how did the girls feel when finally brought to safety?
Oh my gosh! Are you all right? No, we're good. I'm taking the stairs. Oh my God.
Loretta, what you doing there to occupy your time?
Oh my gosh, no, I just sat in the dark, that's it. I was just like I wasn't on the 8th floor.
Sally, how do you feel?
Oh, relieved, I can breathe.
Power was restored to Penelec customers by 2:10, while firemen used fans to blow out the dense smoke. Officials say that several years ago a similar explosion took place, but fortunately today, thanks to quick action by firemen and police, there were no injuries and the problem was alleviated as soon as possible. Janice Edwards, Jet TV Action News.